Welcome back to the channel. I have the furry shop manager ready to get to work. One final thing I want to do is detail the engine bay. I've had most of these plastic covers off to work on it. Everything underneath is now nice and clean. Putting the covers back on and all of the plastic clips, you can see how dirty it is. So we're going to clean this up, and then what we'll do is we'll dress it with the Koch Chemie MP Motorplast. All right, as you can see, lots of dirt up top here on the plastics. And we'll finish up with the MP. Step one, some will just take the vac. I'll use forced air. Get all of the leaves and the loose bits out of here. Okay, next I have the Kraken from Phoenix EOD all-purpose cleaner. That's diluted 4:1, and I have some of that in the Griot's Garage air foamer. So starting our way up top, working down, I'm not going to use the foam up here. I don't want foam flying all over the place. I'll just use a spray cleaner. And I have that same Kraken in a spray bottle, diluted 4:1. Just agitate it with a little detailing brush and wipe it off. Very simple. Spray it into the brush, then you don't get a mist of the cleaner all over the place. Then go to your pile of microfibers that are just about ready to go into the trash. Grab a couple old ones and wipe all this off, and it will look nice and fresh and clean under here. Dirt in the engine compartment, guys, although it doesn't seem like much, acts as an insulator to the compartment and raises the temperature, and you want to keep things as cool as possible in your engine compartment. Keeping it clean is a great first step to do that. All right, that looks much better. Be very careful with the insulation there. Just very light, non-aggressive methods to clean that. And it's time to get down here. Get down and dirty in the lower part of the engine bay. Now, the air foamer. I know I've shown this before, but it's hardly any moisture whatsoever. A light, dry foam. I'll let it dwell on there for just a few short minutes, and then we'll do some we'll agitate on top of the plastics and wherever we can reach, and then quick wipe it off. Okay, I'm going to grab a larger one, speed up the process, cover a lot of area at once with this brush. I'll follow up with a smaller detailing brush for the tight corners. Certainly get everywhere I can reach with the big one because it makes quick work of the engine compartment. I'm just trying to be careful not to knock anything loose, any sensors or wires, connectors. All right. Now we can switch over to a smaller one for the tighter, hard to reach areas. And what I like to do next, because it's by the time I get finished, it's starting to dry up a little bit where I started, is I'll just mist it with a rinseless wash. So that'll activate it again. That way I can grab my towel, start to mop things up. It looks so much better already. And you're going to see why you need your D-tier towels, or towels you're just about to throw away, and towels you don't care about, because they will get absolutely trashed. And you just continue this until you're satisfied everything's mopped up. It doesn't have to be perfect, because there's going to be another step here. Much better, not bad so far. in some of the corners here. Like we still have some suds. So what we're going to do is get forced air, and we want it completely dry before the next step anyways. So we grab the air chuck, dry it up the rest of the way. Missed a spot there. All right, much better. Okay, the Motorplast is a thin protective film and dressing that displace water, protect whatever you spray it onto. Use a spray bottle, use your Tornador or whatever you have that can put a fine, even mist in the engine compartment without making a mess. Now I'm just looking at in the engine compartment. It's so easy to overlook something and not spray it. So walk around it, especially towards the back of some of these parts. Get a nice even spray and then just let it dwell for a while. This is what it'll look like within the first few seconds of spraying it on there. And we'll come back in about a half hour or so. Okay, you leave the film to dry. And this is what it looks like. Looks really good, and it actually has a little bit of protection on there for you. What do you think? Those that use the MP, let us know your opinion down in the comment section. That's going to do it for this video. We're just going to button things up here, and I'll use a rinseless wash for just the fine mist that I got surrounding areas. No big deal. That'll come off quick and easy. Catch you in the next video.